60-degree winter solstice night here in downtown Santa Clara, California. The journey to National Championship 7 continues right here in Santa Clara, California. Mason Urbane in the broadcast booth here for Fox Tube TV. Yes, that was the NFL on Fox theme song you heard in the background. We did make sure to give credit to that down below in the description, so that way there's no issues there. Now, we are looking for a theme song for our own stuff. So if you want to do that, go ahead and email us at the email I'm going to drop below. You can make a theme, and then you just email it to the email address I'm putting below. And then we will choose the best one. Now, we need themes for all of our games. The Friday night games, which would also be the Saturday night theme. Any theme that's going to be, or any game that's played here on Fox Tube TV that is not Monday night will be the same theme as you choose for the Friday night theme. If it is the Monday night game, we'll have a separate theme for that. The Sunday night games, we'll have a separate theme for that as well. But anyway, let's talk about these teams. We got the 49ers. They had an okay season last year. Still missed out on the playoffs again. So they got some work to do to try to get there. And we talk about the Seahawks. They also, too, have to get things going there in Seattle. They just missed out on the playoffs last season. They'll be looking to bounce back, as this is an NFC West showdown. So these guys are rivals. This is one of two games they will play against each other, because the league announced before the season started that this season the rule will be different. Both teams must play each other twice. Kind of like real life. It's been a long off season. And we look to see how things kick off between these two teams. So we already saw the first two games of the season. The kickoff game Wednesday night between the Bears and Cincinnati. Cincinnati pulled off the 58-52 win in overtime over the Chicago Bears. They had to come back, though. They were down 45-31 at one point in the game in the fourth quarter. They got the 2 touchdowns they needed to tie it. And then the Bears scored another one. They tied it back. The Bengals tied it back up, went to overtime, won the game off of a turnover. Both teams had a turnover in overtime. Last night, the Chargers and Rams kicked things off in Sao Paulo, Brazil, against each other. The very first Brazil game, the very first Thursday night game. It was the Chargers getting the win over the Rams. The Rams were in a hole in the first quarter. They were down 28-7 at the end of the first quarter. Then at halftime, they were down 49-20. Then the second half, things started to get promising. The Chargers jumped out and extended their lead multiple times, but the Rams fought all the way back and tied it. And it went into the score went into the 80s. They were tied at 73. The Rams score a touchdown. It looked like it could possibly be the game winner. They go up 80-73. Justin Herbert launches a deep ball down the middle as he comes back into the game. And they spike it to save their last timeout, because they had already used two timeouts to make sure the Rams couldn't just knee it and end the game. So it was a deep ball from Herbert on the first throw, another deep ball on the second throw to set them up on the opponent 5-yard line. They spiked it again with 6 seconds to go in regulation. Herbert over the middle finds his receiver in the end zone for the touchdown to tie the game. They go to overtime. The Chargers intercept the ball, And that's all she wrote. They drive the field, score the game-winning touchdown, win 86-80. In the very first Brazil game, the Chargers and Rams will match up again in Week 4, but that time in Mexico City, where we saw the kickoff game played. And now it is time to get things started here in Santa Clara, California. So Moody to kick this one away, and away we go. And that is returned to his own 21, and that is where Geno Smith and his offense will take over 1st and 10. Oh, Geno Smith is not here, apparently. So it's Sam Howell will take over 1st and 10. I wonder where he went. He must have been moved during the offseason. We do know that Tyler Lockett was released. He was signed by Cincinnati. DK Metcalf was traded. And that's incomplete. Hand it off. Kenneth Walker up the middle. 3rd and 5 coming up. Hey, after this game concludes, we'll get you down to Daytona Beach, Florida at Daytona International Speedway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series Wawa 250. Howell looking, gets it off in time. There's Fant, the tight end, for the 1st down. We got the new score bug. It's the same thing as the Super Bowl score bug from real life. We hope you like it. As Chenault Jr. caught it. That's a 1st down. Fires in. It is caught. No, he dropped it. That was intended for Bobo. Brings up 2nd and 10. Howell. Looking, fires, wide open receiver. Smith Njigba, however you say his last name. Njigba, I think it is pronounced. Yeah, Njigba? I'm not sure. We'll just say Smith. So Jackson hauls it in. 1st and goal from the opponent 1. The pitch. Kenneth Walker. Nobody around. Touchdown. Kenneth Walker gets the rushing score. Already ate a decent amount of time off the clock to score that. Myers on for the extra point attempt. It is now 7-0. So we like to do something different than real life football games. Before we take our breaks, we like to have both teams do one possession. As Taylor is on the run here, we did see, fun fact, if you watched one of the games last night, you did get to see a kickoff return TD. Blake Corum for the Rams got the kickoff return TD against the Chargers last night as we get a look at Brock Purdy. Now he's about to lose Brandon Ayuk. As Brandon Ayuk was given permission to seek a trade. He might lose Brandon Ayuk. We don't know for sure. But a gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3. Purdy looking, fires. Jawan Jennings makes the grab. Purdy looking, fires. George Kittle, the tight end. And it's going to be a 2nd and inches. Purdy looking, Jawan Jennings going for him again. He can't make the grab. Purdy looking, going for Bell, but he hit Brandon Ayuk instead. It was intended for Bell, but Brandon Ayuk makes the catch. So it's a first down for the 49ers. 1st and 10 from the opponent 23-yard line. And that's Mason, the halfback, and he dropped it. Jordan Mason couldn't haul it in. And it's incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 from the opponent 23. Purdy hands it off. Jordan Mason. The acceleration to the outside. Down to the 2-yard line. Purdy hands it to Jordan Mason. He's in for the touchdown. Nice handoff, nice run up the middle, pushing that Seahawks defender with him into the end zone. That's a 49ers score, and the fans love to see it. The kick is good, and this game is tied. Well, 8-play drive there, but hey, we're all tied up at 7 here in Santa Clara. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Friday Night Football on FoxTube TV. Alrighty. Welcome back to Friday Night Football here on FoxTube TV, presented by Urbane Woodworking. Moody to kick this one away. We're all tied up at 7. Now Seattle will get the football back. They scored the first touchdown of the game. Chenault returns it to his own 30, and that is where they take over 1st and 10. How about that first drive for Sam Howell? A nice job by him. Kenneth Walker to the outside. Gain of 6 on the run. Brings up 2nd and 4. Walker up the middle, breaking tackles, and down to the 47-yard line he goes. Howell looking, gets it off. That's Fant. Gain of 4. Brings up 2nd and 6. Howell gets it. No, he's hit as he throws it. It's incomplete. Had his eyes on Jackson Smith downfield. And instead it's going to be 3rd and 6. Howell looking, fires. That is Fant. Got to break the tackle. No. It brings up 4th and 2. And they're going to go for this on 4th down. I like this call right here. Blocked. Perfect block. Kenneth Walker, 1st down. Howell launches one for Chenault, and it's dropped. He couldn't haul it in. Hand it off. Kenneth Walker. He's going to lose yards. It's a loss of 7. 3rd and 17. Howell looks to launch one. Deep downfield for Jackson Smith. Can't get it. 4th and 17. They're going to go for it again on 4th down. This could be disastrous if they don't get it. They do. Jackson Smith makes the catch. Under 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Kenneth got a gain of 3 last time he ran it, and it was a loss of 7. Launching to the end zone for Jackson Smith. It's broken up and incomplete. If you get to 4th down here, I'd say just go for the points. Overthrown for Chenault. It will be a 41-yard try. This kick. No good. He missed it. The 49ers just got a huge break, as they don't give up any points there off the missed kick. Downfield for Juwan Jennings, incomplete. Purdy's going to get sacked. Loss of 10 on the play. 3rd and 20. So far, home teams and games are 0-2 to start the season. Might continue that way if this game continues this way. Brock Purdy got it out to Juwan Jennings, though. And 4th and 3. We'll see what they decide to do. I'd go for this, honestly. The only disadvantage is you give up points the other way if you don't get it. Because it's going to set them up in excellent field position. He got it off just in time. Oh, but it's broken up. His teammate ran into him as he was trying to haul the ball in. And with 40 seconds left in the first quarter, the Seahawks are going to get the ball 1st and 10 at the opponent 38. Howell looking, gets it off, but it's incomplete. Fred Warner got a hand on it. Brings up 2nd and 10. Howell fires. Noah Fant staying in bounds. Down inside the 15. And there's really no rush here because the worst that can happen is the quarter comes to a close, right? It's not like you need to call a timeout to go for the win here. That's incomplete. Could have been intercepted. Seven seconds. In the first quarter, Noah Fant, touchdown. So Seattle gets on the board again with 4 seconds left. In the opening quarter, that kick is buried through the uprights. 4 plays, 39 yards, and 36 seconds. Now, normally, since both teams had a possession, we would take a break, but since there's only 4 seconds left, and we're going to end up going to 1 anyway at the end of the quarter, might as well just see how the rest of this plays out. Which, that's how it ends. So when we come back, it will be 49ers football 1st and 10 from their own 32. After 1, it's 14-7 after the Seahawks get the touchdown. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Friday Night Football on Fox Tube TV. Welcome back to Friday Night Football, presented by Urbane Woodworking. Ready to start quarter number 2 here. As Brock Purdy and the 49ers find themselves 1st and 10 at their own 32. Going out for Jauan Jennings, he's got the catch. 49ers went 3 and out on that last drive, which set up the Seahawks touchdown. But they haven't had a bad drive despite that. Got it out, Jauan Jennings again. Gain of 8 that time. 2nd and 2. That is caught. Brandon Ayuk breaking tackles and down to the 16-yard line. Jauan Jennings couldn't haul it in. He dropped it. Going towards the end zone, Brandon Ayuk diving in for the score. Touchdown 49ers. Nice catch and dive for Brandon Ayuk, diving across the goal line for the score. And the extra point is up and good. And we are all tied up at 14 again. Now it's time to see what Seattle can do on their drive. Will Seattle retake the lead? Let's find out. So far, the first Friday night game of the season is off to a great start, as Howell goes back to work. Gets it off. Chenault breaking tackles, but he went backwards. Still a good gain, though. Gain of 5. Howell airing it out. It is incomplete. Chenault dropped it. Would have been big downfield. Instead, it's 3rd and 5. Howell gets it off. Jackson Smith, big gain on the catch and run. 9 targets for 4 receptions and 74 yards. What a throw, what a catch, and what a run from Jackson Smith. Howell takes the snap, looking, fires towards the end zone. Incomplete, intended for Bobo. That definitely would have been a touchdown. Instead, it brings up 2nd and 10. We might get a shootout here, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe a 3rd game in overtime. We'll have to see. Still plenty of football to play, though, before that happens. Howell hands it off to Walker. Walker has been dangerous on the ground all night, picking up 4 yards there, 2nd and 6. Hand it off, Kenneth Walker to the outside. And he got the first down, they're going to say. Handed off Kenneth Walker for a third time in a row. Picked up a few yards there. 10 rushes for 40 yards on the ground so far for Kenneth Walker. Howell looking. It's caught. Noah Fant, touchdown. And the Seahawks have retaken the lead here. Yes. Extra point attempt. Under 6 minutes to go already. And the extra point is good. It's up. And 21-14 Seattle now. Hey, don't go anywhere. Under 6 minutes to go here in the second. 21-14 Seahawks here in Santa Clara. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Friday Night Football on Fox Tube TV. Welcome back to Friday Night Football presented by Urban Woodworking. 21-14 Seattle up here in Santa Clara against their division rival, the 49ers. Jason Myers boots this one away. And Bell returns it to his own 31. And that is where Brock Purdy and company will take over 1st and 10. 3 targets, 3 receptions, 44 yards, and a touchdown from Brandon Ayuk so far this evening. Purdy, handed off. Jordan Mason, he has a touchdown, spinning out of the tackle. Jordan Mason spinning out of another one, and down inside the 45. Are you kidding me, Jordan? You hear the Let's Go Niners chants. Purdy looking, fires, pass caught. Jawan Jennings. And tackled by Woolen there, but not before he gets inside the 25 to the 21-yard line. Get it off. Brandon Ayuk gets broken up by Dodson. And it's intercepted by Dodson that time. And that's the first turnover of the game for either side. Happens with 4 minutes and 47 seconds to halftime. You see him trying to hit George Kittle there, but unfortunately, 2 defenders in front of him. George Kittle continuing to run. That is not going to work out too well for you. Howell gets it off. It is broken up and incomplete. Intended for Jackson Smith there. Brings up 2nd and 10. Howell On the snap. Howell fires. He's got Bobo for the first down. 14 for 26, 213 yards, and 2 touchdown passes with no interceptions for Sam Howell so far to start. And Kenneth Walker went backwards for a loss of 2 that time. Howell looking. Got to get it off. He did. Almost intercepted by the defender, though. Brings up 3rd and 12. Seattle has converted twice on 3rd down. 49ers have only been able to do it once. Here we go. Make it 3 times for the Seahawks on 3rd down. And Walker can only get back to the line of scrimmage before he's brought down. Going deep downfield for Chenault, incomplete. That should have been a catch. I don't know what happened there. There's no way that wasn't a catch. Howell looking, going deep for Chenault. He makes the catch and he's in for the touchdown. No flags. What a catch for Seattle, for Chenault, and it's a touchdown for Seattle. That is a dime by Sam Howell, and they had no chance of catching him. He had a nice gap on them there. Myers on for the extra point attempt to make it a 28-14 game, and he does. Knocks it through. 8 plays, 88 yards, and 1:59 it took on that drive. Myers sends this one away. Taylor's knocked to the ground at his own 30, and that's where Purdy and the offense will take over. 1st and 10. Hang on a sec, guys. Yo.
Hey, Mason, I'm finished this on game.
Alright, did you create a collaboration with me and Bandwidth?
That's what I just had to save it, now I'm about to do it.
Okay. Alright,
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, this is kind of hard.
I know. I've been waiting. You know, I found out that it's been yesterday marked a month since I sent that to him, and he still hadn't done it.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm offering that crap to you, since they're not gonna get it done.
It's actually, like, at the start, I was like, what the fuck is this? And I ain't gonna lie, it turned out hard as fuck.
I know, because of that beat switch. Hey, I'm sending you something.
You know how I did all the pauses and shit?
Yeah.
It's so fucking hard on, bro. Let me know, but I'm not gonna play a game with King or...
Alright. Yo, I just sent you my YT. You should check out my stream I got going on right now.
You streaming?
Yeah. If it's not all lowercase, try the first letters of each capitalized with the hyphens or the underscores. I mean.
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna go because I'm gonna get back to the stream, but.
Yeah. Alright. I should collaborate with you.
Alright. Thank you.
Alright.
Bye. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I had to... I had to send one of my friends one of my tracks from my project, because the other guy, I offered him a feature, and it's been a month since I offered him that, and I said I wanted it done by today because I want to get this stuff uploaded into DistroKid, so that way it could be ready for next Friday. And since he still didn't do it, I offered it to a new feature, as here's Jordan Mason. And that's going to be a first down and more right there for the 49ers. All right, so they're down 2 scores, but they're not out of this game yet. That's caught. George Kittle, one-hand catch. The shades of Odell Beckham Jr., and that should send us to the 2-minute warning, and it will. So 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Friday Night Football on FoxTube TV. All right, we're just going to pretend that was a 30-second break. So here we are, coming out of the 2-minute warning. Seattle finds themselves up 28-14 after getting the interception on the 49ers' last drive. Here's Purdy, though, 1st and 10 from the opponent 30. And hitting Jawan Jennings again. That's been his favorite target tonight. He's got 6 catches for 113 yards now. Purdy looking. Oh, he dropped it. I think that was Jawan Jennings trying to go for it. He didn't drop it. He was unable to catch it. He dove for it, but unfortunately couldn't haul it in. Purdy looking. End zone. Kittle. Touchdown. 49ers. Nice pass from Purdy, and he hits the man he was trying to hit when he threw that interception on the last drive. Nice play by Brock Purdy. Moody on for the extra point to make it a 1-score game. It does. 28-21 now. 5 plays and 70 yards it took the 49ers to score that. Here's Williams. On the return, taken down at his own 32, and that's where the Seahawks will take over 1st and 10. Chenault, 8 targets, 3 receptions, 80 yards, and 1 touchdown. He had that long touchdown catch on the last drive for the Seahawks. Sam Howell looking perfect all night so far. And he's going for Smith. And he's got him. Smith takes that all the way to the opponent 34-yard line. Noah Fant caught that and took it deeper into field goal range. And now they can kind of just run this clock down and go for the field goal try, which it looks like that might be what they're going to do. And they call the timeout with 1 second left in the half. So it's a 34-yard try for Jason Myers to go up 2 scores again and put them up by 10 and buries it 31-21 at the half for Seattle. And we're going to take a short break and come back with our halftime report. Don't go anywhere. 31-21, Seattle leads it at the half. Welcome back. And to the halftime report here on Fox Tube TV for Friday Night Football. The Seahawks up 31-21 on the 49ers as they look to start off the season above 500, while the 49ers trying to do the same. They find themselves down 10, so little first half recap coming up next, but let's talk about both the games that happened already. So Wednesday night, we kicked things off in Mexico City. The defending national champion Chicago Bears hosting the Cincinnati Bengals, but the Bears did something we haven't seen at all in this league yet, and that was they chose to wear white as the home team in the game, and the Bengals chose to wear their orange uniforms, which the fans really enjoyed seeing. And that was a good game. The Bears, unfortunately, thought they had it when they were up 45-31. The Bengals had other plans. They tied the game twice in the fourth quarter to take the game to overtime and ultimately win the game in overtime after both quarterbacks turned it over. Jake Browning turned it over. Chicago trying to go for the win. Williams eyeing the back corner of the end zone, gets intercepted, and then Cincinnati drives the field. Browning fires to Andre Oshiva for the game-winning touchdown. He makes that grab. Cincinnati 1-0, Chicago 0-1, 58-52 the final in overtime there in Mexico City. And then we go a little farther down south to South America for last night's game, the Sao Paulo game from Brazil, as the Rams are hosting the Chargers in the first ever game in Brazil, and they score the first touchdown of the game in the first quarter, and they did not score again the entire first quarter. In fact, the offense was so bad that the Chargers had the score at 28-7 at the end of the first quarter, and then the Rams offense was kind of starting to get back into the rhythm of scoring. They were able to make the score 49-20 at half, and they were still down by at least 3 scores at the end of the third. Finally, in the fourth quarter, they were able to tie the game up. They took the lead. It was tied up again at 73. Yes, you heard me correctly, 73. This game went into the 80s, ladies and gentlemen. That's how good of a game it was. Then the Rams got a break. They stopped the Chargers on fourth down. They score another touchdown to go up 80-73. And that's it, right? The Rams get the win? Nope. Couple of deep passes and spikes from Justin Herbert, and the Chargers are on their 5-yard line with 6 seconds left, meaning they probably got time for 2 more plays if he throws an incomplete pass. But instead, it's not an incomplete pass. It is caught in the end zone for the touchdown to tie the game at 80. So now we go to overtime for the second game in a row. Rams are moving the ball, and they get intercepted by the Chargers. Chargers drive the field, and they score the game-winning touchdown with J.K. Dobbins and win it 86-80. The Chargers 1-0, Rams 0-1. Chargers are now 2-0 against the Rams in the last 2 games, but the Rams still lead the series 4-2, as the Rams won 4 straight games before the Chargers beat them 27-25 on a Friday night game last season. The Chargers and Rams will get a rematch going in Mexico City in Week 4. So will the Rams win that one? We'll have to find out. And in our game, it's been a good game as well. Score 31-21 at half. Let's do a little recap. So we're going to pull up the box score here. So early off, Seattle touchdown goes up 7-0. Then the 49ers match it, tie the game at 7. And with less than a minute to go in the first quarter, Seattle would find the end zone again and go up 14-7 at the end of the first quarter. To start the second quarter, the 49ers would get back into the rhythm, fire a shot into the end zone, tying the game at 14. And then the Seahawks would score a touchdown on their next drive. 49ers trying to match it, they throw an interception. and turn the ball over. So then the Seahawks end up with another touchdown. They go up 28-14. And it looks like that. Hang on a sec. And it looks like that Seattle might have built momentum there. However, the 49ers do get a touchdown. It's 28-21. And with under a minute to go, the Seahawks find themselves in field goal range. And with 1 second left, they call a timeout, and Jason Myers buries it into the uprights. And the score is 31-21 at the half. Hey, let's take a look at the first half recap before we get the second half underway. So the score is 31-21. 18 first downs for the Seahawks, 13 for the 49ers, 373 total offensive yards for the Seahawks, and 265 for the 49ers. 12 rushes for 38 yards and 1 touchdown for the Seahawks, while it's 5 rushes for 77 yards and 1 touchdown for the 49ers. 3.2 yards per rush for the Seahawks, while it's 15.4 for the 49ers. 18 completed passes for 32 attempts, 3 touchdowns for the Seahawks, 12 completed passes for 20 attempts and 2 touchdowns for the 49ers, 10.5 yards per pass for the Seahawks, while it's 9.25 for the 49ers, 335 passing yards for the Seahawks, 188 for the 49ers. Third down conversions, 4 for 7, 57% for the Seahawks, while it's 1 for 2, 50% for the 49ers. Fourth down conversions, the Seahawks are 2 for 2, and it's a 100% fourth down conversion percentage, while it's 0%, or no, the 49ers are 0 for 1 and 0% on fourth downs. 2-point conversions, no team has gotten one yet. Red zone touchdown and field goal percentage, it's 3 touchdowns, 1 field goal for the Seahawks, 80%, while it is 3 touchdowns and no field goals for the 49ers, 100%. And turnovers, Seattle has none, so they're winning that battle, while the 49ers has that 1 turnover. Remember, the one that Brock Purdy threw that would set up another Seattle touchdown to put them up 28-14. Then San Francisco went down, scored, and then it was a field goal for the Seahawks to end the half. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for the Time Gap Treasures halftime. We'll get you back down to Santa Clara after this. Welcome back to Friday Night Football, presented by Urbane Woodworking. And the 49ers find themselves down 10 as we get this third quarter of play ready, And here's Myers to kick it away. And now the 49ers are set to receive. Here's Taylor to return. And the 49ers will take over 1st and 10 at their own 31. Hey, despite throwing 1 interception, this 49ers offense has not been terrible. They have been good. And they did what they needed to do, right? They turned the ball over off the interception, and then they do what they need to do to stay in this game. They score another touchdown, which then sets up a field goal for Seattle, but that's a sack on Brock Purdy. But they're still down only 10. Now, if you make a mistake here, you could end up down 17. So you got to be careful here. Getting it off, going for Juwan Jennings. He makes the grab for the first down. Ayuk breaking tackles. He has the first down. Wide open. Jordan Mason to the left side of the field. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Purdy looking, launches, Brandon Ayuk diving catch. Purdy looking for George Kittle in the end zone, and it's incomplete. So the 49ers find themselves down a touchdown and field goal. Now, it doesn't matter what you get first, as long as you get that touchdown that you need. Remember, the 49ers are not out of this yet. Oh, that's intercepted. Devin Witherspoon in the end zone takes it out to the 2-yard line. Second turnover for the 49ers this game, and that one right there could be costly. We'll have to see. Howell gets the snap, fires a quick pass out to Noah Fant, and he caught it. It's 2nd and 5 now for the Seahawks, so they got a little more room to work with here. They don't have to worry about a safety happening. And that's a loss of 1. So Howell's going to have to figure something out here to keep the drive alive. This would be the first stalled drive if it stalls out. That's intercepted. Howell's first turnover of the game. And the 49ers get it right back. And they have an excellent shot at scoring a touchdown. Seattle still winning the turnover battle. They have 2 interceptions. Mason looking. Can't get into the end zone, but it's still a good run. Gain of 4. And this time he is in. Jordan Mason, touchdown Seattle. They're an extra point away from making this a 3-point lead for Seattle. And that is good. 2 plays, 5 yards, and 26 seconds. Hey, so 5:48 to go in the third, and the score is 31-28 Seattle. The 49ers get a pair of touchdowns. They get the second half kickoff. They go down and score a touchdown. And then... they get the second half kickoff. They throw the interception. Seattle trying to go and extend it, throws an interception, and the 49ers get the touchdown they need to make the score 31-28. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Friday Night Football on FoxTube TV. Welcome back to Friday Night Football presented by Urbane Woodworking. The 49ers get ready to kick this one off after the touchdown. Will Seattle be able to defend their lead, or will the 49ers be able to tie it again? Gonna have to be a little more careful on this drive after you just threw the interception on the last drive. You don't want repeated interceptions. Kenneth Walker starting to get more dangerous again. 2nd and 4 it brings up. And denied. Got back to the line of scrimmage. That was it. 3rd and 4. Howell's going to take it himself. He can't escape. He is sacked. And the 49ers will get the ball back and force the Seahawks to punt. Dixon on to kick it away. Cowing in the back to return. And gets absolutely bodied at his own 46, but that is still an excellent return. And few plays, and they'll be in field goal range to tie this game. If they don't go for the touchdown, we'll have to see. Incomplete, intended for Bell. I like this aggressive playing. I like how they take a shot downfield right off the bat. It shows that they're not scared. George Kittle caught for the first down to the 27. Closing in on under 4 minutes to play here in this 3rd quarter. Jordan Mason, he's been dangerous on this ground, picking up another first down. A touchdown will put the 49ers in the lead. Going for Mason in the end zone. It's intercepted again. Dotson spinning out of the tackle. Brought down at his own 10. The fans, they're not liking that. That is now Brock Purdy's 3rd interception this game. Right up the middle, Kenneth Walker staying on his feet for a gain of 8. Howell looking, stepping out to his right, fires. He's got Chenault for the first down. They had a couple of stalled out drives after that interception. So now they're looking to get back into the good drive side of things. Incomplete, intended for... Couldn't really see who it was. I think it was Bobo. It was Bobo, they're saying. Got it off. Noah Fant caught, and a huge gain there. And look at that. Oh, he stepped out of bounds, but that was still a great run by Kenneth Walker, the former Michigan State Spartan. He's been great in this league ever since he got here. Always a great running back at MSU. Howell, 3rd down, going for Bobo, and it's a first down for Seattle. So we've only seen one touchdown this entire half, and it was the 49ers. And Howell's going to break free. Howell still going. Knocked down after a gain of 8 at the opponent's 7. Under a minute to go. Walker picking up the first down to the 3. Running out of time here in the third quarter. Not that it's going to matter. Walker up the middle. That's going to do it for the third quarter of play. So here we go. Off to the fourth and final quarter of play. It's 31-28 Seattle. The 49ers are the only ones able to get into the end zone, but 2 interceptions in that third quarter for the 49ers is going to be costly. Welcome back to Santa Clara and Friday Night Football presented by Urbane Woodworking. We're ready to start the fourth and final quarter of play. Seattle has the ball, second and goal at the opponent 1. So here we go. Firing to the end zone. Noah Fant, touchdown. He got in. And the Seahawks have extended their lead back to 10, pending the extra point. It's only 9 right now. Myers' extra point is good, so it's 38-28. The 49ers are going to have to do better than just 1 touchdown. They need a touchdown and field goal. You have your opportunity, go out there and get it. You had 2 opportunities, multiple opportunities to actually tie the game up or take the lead in that third quarter, and you gave those up with the turnovers. So now you got to get back into the swing of things. You got to score a touchdown or field goal first. Doesn't matter what you score first, but you have to score both of those things. And intercepted. And it's going to be a pick 6 for Woolen. The cornerback. And this is the 3rd pick 6 of the season so far. Tried to get it to Jawan Jennings. Brock Purdy's 4th interception of the game. And he can't believe his eyes right now. It is now a 17-point Seattle lead. Taylor to return this. Let's see what happens for the 49ers now. Now they need 2 touchdowns and a field goal to tie things up. Woolen picks him again. And it's going to be back-to-back pick 6s for Seattle. Unbelievable. It doesn't seem like it matters where Brock Purdy goes with the ball. It's going to be 3 touchdowns and a field goal needed now. Bell on the return to his own 31. Well, this was not the score when we entered the fourth and final quarter of play, and Woolen almost had another one. It was 31-28, then Seattle made it 38-28, and then a pick six and another pick six brought us to where we're at now. Luckily for the 49ers, and intercepted for the sixth time tonight. And now we gotta go to a break, ladies and gentlemen. We've had so many pick sixes. So with 9:18 left in the fourth, after back-to-back pick sixes and a touchdown from the Seattle offense, it is 52-28 all Seattle here in the fourth and final quarter of play. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Friday Night Football on FoxTube TV. Welcome back to Santa Clara, California. It is all Seahawks, 52-28, and they just took it away again. Guess what? The same guy, third pick in a row, just this time it doesn't go for a pick six. Seattle's winning the turnover battle. And they're just winning the battle overall. As finally we have reached less than 9 minutes to go here in the fourth and final quarter of play. Going for Fant and intercepted. Fred Warner took it away. And that's the second pick for Sam Howell. This time it's on the 49ers receiving end. 6 turnovers for the 49ers. Got it off. George Kittle. Gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 4. And hit as he threw it by his own teammate. 3rd and 4 coming up. Firing out Jawan Jennings. It's intercepted. Again for the 7th time this game. Wallace with the pick. And with 8 minutes and 11 seconds to go, 49ers are going to call a timeout. And Brock Purdy might be coming out of this one. Josh Dobbs is the next quarterback. So we'll see what Josh can do. And if it starts to get even worse, then I think you got to put Brock Purdy back in the game. But let's sit him for a little bit. Maybe he needs some rest. get back into that first half and third quarter self he was. But 4 interceptions in a row for Brock Purdy and the 49ers offense. 2 of them going for pick sixes. Not how you want the fourth quarter to go, especially because now you're entering crunch time in the game. Down 52-28, you need to get these touchdowns and that field goal to tie this game if you want to try to go to overtime. Incomplete. Great defense there. And I would imagine this will, yes, they're going to attempt the 45-yard field goal. Meyer's kick is no good. So it's another break for the 49ers, and Josh Dobbs will get his chance, 1st and 10 at his own 35. He kind of wishes he didn't have 7 turnovers on the team's head coming into this game, but incomplete. Chenault sprained his Achilles. You got to substitute a player, because if you tear that, that's your season right there. We've seen injuries in both games, and now this one. Chargers going to be without Johnston for week 2, at least, so he can rest up on that ankle. I would say you would leave Chenault out at least 3 weeks to let that Achilles sprain heal, possibly more. So it's going to say that he's on the field, but we're just going to have to pretend he's not. What? I need a megaphone? I need a megaphone because you're going to bed?
I can hear you.
Oh. Why didn't you just text me and tell me that he was upstairs? Oh. Okay, so 6:57 to go. And the 49ers are starting to move the ball a little bit, so maybe Josh Dobbs will be a promise. Well, if you're going to throw the ball to George Kittle, you got to make sure he's open first. Another injury, this time to the 49ers. Here's Mason. And it's a gain of 2 for Jordan. Alright, so with this much time left, I would say the touchdowns are a must first. That's caught by Brandon Ayuk for the first down. Josh trying to do what he can, and it's a touchdown for the 49ers. Is it too late, though? We're 4 minutes into the fourth. Is it too late for Josh Dobbs to bring him back? We'll have to see. And the 49ers call another timeout. That's probably not a good idea. But maybe they'll only need 1. They were thinking about going for 2, but looks like they sent the PAT unit onto the field. Alright, so they're going to need 2 touchdowns and a field goal now. And they got 6 minutes to do it, so they're going to need stops on Seattle. Hurdles one defender. And here's Howell. So he only has 2 interceptions in this game. He's played a good football game here. Walker, you can't let him run that far if you're trying to come back and win this game. They haven't been able to stop Walker all night, and it's continuing here. Gain of 4 for Walker that time. 2nd and 6. Walker's still down on the field. Hopefully everything's okay with him. It is. He gets right back up. So with that Achilles sprain for Sano, I imagine the Seahawks are going to want to hit free agency or try to trade for a receiver to play the next 3 weeks, possibly more. Walker, he's just been dangerous on the ground tonight. They cannot stop him. They're running out of time. At corner of the end zone, incomplete. Howell can't find anybody open. He's going to keep it himself. And going for out of bounds, he can't get there. Howell escaping the pocket again. Picking up the first down. He can't quite get into the end zone, but that would have been big if he could have. This is definitely going to put this game away. I mean, it's already away, but if they score here. And Howell can't get in. Howell's going to get sacked. A field goal would put it away as well. It would make it a 20-point game. That kick is not going to be good, and the only reason it's not going to be good is because that's a penalty, so they'll get an automatic first down. They could have just declined it and taken the kick, because you don't really need a touchdown here. But they chose not to. All right, 49ers fans, don't worry. You're going to get another shot this season because the teams have to play each other twice. So you'll get another shot this season to beat the Seattle Seahawks. The next game will be played at Seattle's turf, but hey, 1:58 to go. We have reached the 2-minute warning. 52-35. Seattle just looking to finish the deal here and get on to the next one. Don't go anywhere. Back after this. Welcome back to Seattle, or not Seattle, Santa Clara, California. The Seahawks are up in this one, 52-35, trying to end things here. Hey, coming up in a minute 58 will be the post-game show, so stay tuned for that. We'll have analysis from the game. We'll tell you the opponents for next week, and NBS TV actually told us to tell you the Rams and Chargers opponents next week because they forgot to at the end of their broadcast. All right, so the 49ers take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line, and they're just looking to put together a touchdown drive to make this score a little more respectable, as that's Jawan Jennings for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. How about Sam Howell? Shining for the Seahawks, and Brandon Ayuk is gone for the touchdown. So they're trying to make it a 10-point ball game again. Now they can opt to go for an onside kick as the extra point is scored. Makes it 42-52. And here we go. Will they recover it? It's going to be called on the 49ers. And Seattle decides to just decline it. So instead of taking the football and just kneeling the clock out, they're just going to give it to the 49ers. Now, if the 49ers score here and they go for another onside kick and they do that, then that's when you're going to want to take the ball. And trying to save that timeout, so they're going to spike the ball there with 57 ticks left on the clock. This game, obviously over. The 49ers got the break the Seahawks gave to them there. And they're going to spike it again. With 37 seconds on the clock. I say you worry about picking up this first down, then go for the touchdown. Or Kyle Hughes-Jack could drop it instead of score the touchdown like we thought he did. Seahawks hoping they can come up with a stop here. They got time to get another play off. No, they don't. They had to call their last time out. Gonna have to score here. And they do. So Moody on for the extra point. And it is buried in the upright. So it's only a field goal game. 7 plays, 59 yards in a minute 7. And Seattle called a timeout here. They want to discuss this because they know the 49ers are going for the onside kick. Now, the rules of the onside kick is you have to be trailing in the fourth quarter, and you have to announce it to the referee. Here we go. I don't like that call. I think the Seattle Seahawks touched it first, and they decided to decline it again. And I think the reason they declined it is because there's 5 seconds left. We'll see how well, or how that costs Seattle. It's a sack. And Seattle is going to call their last time out. Because they want to be prepared for another one of those. Hey, how about Seattle, though? They still come in here. And they still get the victory over the Niners. It comes by 3. 52-49 the final here in Santa Clara. What a game from both the 49ers and Seahawks. I mean, they started off strong. Brock Purdy had those turnovers. He got pulled out of the game, but it was too late. If they had pulled him out of the game sooner, then the 49ers probably would have been able to get what they needed to send it to overtime, but this game is not going to overtime. It ends 52-49. With the Seahawks getting the win here on the road. So we will not see the third straight overtime game to open up the season. We had 2 overtime games last night and Wednesday night, and then finally we have one that ends in regulation. Hey, don't go anywhere, because when we come back, it's analysis from this game before we send you to Daytona Beach, Florida for the NASCAR Xfinity Series Wawa 250. Well, it is a win for the Seahawks over their division rival, the 49ers, as we welcome you back. 52-49, they hang on. Let's talk about the quarterbacks. So, Sam Howell, 4 touchdowns, 401 yards, 56.5 completion percentage. Josh Dobbs, when he entered the game, 3 touchdowns, 213 yards, 62.5 completion percentage. Let's tell you Brock Purdy's stats. So he had 19 completions for 37 yards, 37 attempts, 294 yards, 51% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That's not a good start to the season for him. Now let's take a look at the final team stats. So obviously the final score, 52-49. 28 first downs for the 49ers, 27 for the Seahawks, so they end up getting beat in that category. 535 total offensive yards for the Seahawks, 576 for the 49ers. They end up getting beat in that category also. 32 rushes, 150 yards, and 1 touchdown for the Seahawks, while it's 9 rushes, 94 yards, and 2 touchdowns for the 49ers, so they end up winning in that category as well. And they're going to end up winning in the yards per rush as well with 10.4 versus Seattle's 4.7. It's going to be 26 completions for 46 attempts and 4 touchdowns for Seattle versus 29 completions, 53 attempts, and 5 touchdowns for the 49ers. 8.4 yards per pass for the Seahawks, while it's 9.1 for the 49ers. And it is 385 passing yards for the Seahawks, while it was 482 for the 49ers. 6 for 14, 42% on third down for the Seahawks. And it's 3 for 6, 50% for the 49ers. So they beat the Seahawks in pretty much everything except for turnovers. Fourth down conversions. 4th down conversions, 2 for 3, 66% for the Seahawks, while it was 0 for 1 for the 49ers. No teams attempted a 2-point conversion during this game. Remember, Shanahan sent his kicker out instead. The red zone touchdown field goal percentage, 4 touchdowns, 1 field goal, 55% for the Seahawks, while it was 6 touchdowns, no field goals, at 66% for the 49ers. 2 turnovers for the Seahawks versus the 49ers 7. And fun fact for you guys, Josh Dobbs did not throw 1 interception when he came into the game. And let's take a look at the score by quarter. So the Seahawks led 14-7 at the end of the first. They led 31-21 at the half. Then it was 31-28 at the end of the third. So the 49ers beat them in the third score. And in the fourth quarter, we tied at 21 points apiece. Could have been 24 for the for the 49ers if they had a little more time, and we could have went to overtime instead. It ends like this. Very unfortunate for them. Now let's talk about next week's opponent for the Chargers and Rams, and these two. So the Chargers and Rams, those are the teams that NBS asked us to announce who they play next week because they forgot at the end of their broadcast. So the Chargers will take on the Jaguars at Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville on Sunday Night Football next week in Week 2, while the Rams will take on the Patriots at Gillette Stadium on Monday Night Football in Week 2. The Seahawks will battle it out with the Dolphins to open up the Saturday games next week, while the 49ers will look to bounce back against the Broncos, and they get a home game again next week, so they'll get a chance to get to 1-1 if they can beat the Broncos. We'll have to see. Next week on Friday Night Football, it is everyone's favorite AFC East battle between the Bills and Jets from MetLife Stadium, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, next Friday, right here on FoxTube TV. Well, that does it for our coverage, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoy Saturday Night Football tomorrow night, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That does it from Santa Clara for our entire crew. I am Kevin Hurt-Bark, signing off from Levi's Stadium. 52-49, Seattle victorious over their rival. Now it's time to get you down to Daytona Beach, Florida for some NASCAR.